Welcome back to 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim's spoiler commentary playthrough. I am Hemborger Chariot, and I'm here with my best friend Mirth Mauser.
Oh, it's been quite a while.
God, Discord's eating you.
Oh no! Just when we started,
It's been working perfectly for like 15 minutes, and now it chooses to eat you.
Nope, it hates the hello. I can't even say that anymore. Not even
Clearly.
for Juro.
So, I'm not dead. Sorry for disappearing for 3 months.
We are both very alive.
Yep. I had a bunch of shit come up IRL that meant I couldn't record, and then I spent so long unable to record that my brain got used to that and I couldn't motivate myself to record anymore. So, whoops. I have like 20 videos coming soon that are already recorded, that were recorded like 3 months ago. They should finally be getting uploaded at some point soon. Sorry for the wait. I mean, they'll all have been uploaded by the time this is uploaded, but, you know. The last 20 episodes of this series were recorded 3 months ago and just got uploaded now. Sorry. Anyway, when we left off, we were finished suffering through this piece of shit story.
Thank God.
And we started Juro Kurabe's.
A much better character, with a much better route.
Self-proclaimed by the lead writer of this game to be their favourite route to write. Which, I mean, that just makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? So, without further ado, I think we should just get right into it.
Honestly, yeah, I remember I remember all the prologues, I remember suffering through Iori's, and then I do remember, picking up on all the little subtle details last time we went through Juro's, because Chiba isn't really there, and it's really fun watching all the scenes and, you know, looking at how seamlessly it all looks.
Oh, that music.
Minami-san suddenly...
Oh no, controller drift, don't do this to me.
That dream was awful. I was going around killing students. I shot so many. Like Fuyusaka-san. And Yakushiji.
I had to remind myself of the fucking controls and took a sec to find the skip button so I could go through these.
Still control drift, or did it fix itself?
Seems to have fixed itself. Oh god, okay. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh no!
Okay, give me a moment.
No worries. It's...
Oh, thank god it's not showing settings. Cool, yep, input.
Darn them manufacturers.
This is a Pro controller too, this isn't even a Joy-Con.
No, I have had that happen to my Pro controller too. It was the worst. It got to the point where I couldn't point it up at all, so I just bought a new one. Thankfully, the new one's given me no trouble, but I still have not been able to fix the old one because not only would I need to get the new replacement part, I need to get a soldering iron.
Yeah, fuck that.
I mean, I get it's useful in general to learn how to, you know, fix your own electronics, but
I think
Thanks for making my life easier, man. Cool. Let's grab our stuff and head over.
Sorry, Miwa-chan.
Oh yeah, almost forgot.
Okay, we need to find out where Amaguchi is, then we're going to the break area.
I never finished reading this.
Peek at Amaguchi. Okay, if you're looking for him, the break
I don't think we're supposed to find him this time.
I gotta get going.
Patience, Juro. I'll let you borrow it
I'm
when
trying to
I'm
remember
done.
all the routes.
Didn't you want to go to Amiguchi-kun's house?
See you, Miwa-chan.
This is no time to be reading comics, huh? We've got to get to the break area. If we're too slow, we'll lose him.
I guess it's about that time.
There are drink vending machines at the break area. It's located at the corner of the schoolyard.
We're going there to see Natsume.
If what Fuyusaka-san said was right, we should be able to find Amiguchi-kun
I'm trying to
there.
remember if we got that or if I'm just remembering that event in general.
Because I want to try and get this event.
No, we did get it because we went to the cafeteria and that triggered the Minami flashback, which triggered, you know, seeing Best Boy Miura.
Do you not see the split?
Okay, yes, we have
split.
Okay, I'm sorry. There's
Yes.
There's two.
When
routes to
I
the
say I'm
break
trying to
area.
get that, I said that as in the thing on screen.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm too easily distracted. That's my ADHD at work.
There are drink vending. It's low. If what? We can't. What if?
Then let him be annoyed. I still get to play his game.
Yeah, you don't care what he thinks of you because he doesn't know you exist.
Go to the thing. Break area.
Don't need to deal with Megumi today. It's not like Juro wants to deal with her anyway.
Fuck Megumi. I've done, like, personality quizzes for 13 Sentinels characters, and for some reason, I always get Megumi, and I hate it.
I don't know why either. That doesn't even, like, usually with personalities quizzes, even if you don't see it, other people will. I don't see it at all.
I think it's because I value, like, my loved ones most of all, and I would fight for them, and I think that's why it's giving me Megumi.
But she's possessive, which is, again, the game primarily shows as a negative thing, until it doesn't. But still, I don't know, would you define yourself as possessive? Maybe that's why then.
Maybe.
There you go, there's your answer. I forget who I got. I think I got Juro? It's been so long since I took mine.
It says it's out of change.
Oh, okay, I've seen that already.
Oh.
Hey,
Guess you gotta use a
Kurabe-kun.
card.
Are we on for today?
I got
Oh,
somewhere to be.
right. I remember this.
Well, all right.
Sorry, man.
No, I'm sorry for asking all the time.
What a bummer.
He
After all
inputted
that,
just
I
enough to
think I'm
show
gonna
disappointment,
cry.
but not enough to, contribute to the conversation.
Juro doesn't respond to Shiba, so everything looks fine.
Oh, my favorite drink is sold out.
Pulled that out of that 80s red soda, huh?
Do we know?
Sorry, Shiba.
Do we know
You're
which
in luck.
drink is his favorite?
No, I still headcanon it's the one from Be More Chill, because that's why Shiba's still around.
Let me
Can't get
know.
rid of him if it's always sold out.
Okay, so that was just a daily life. Cool. Let's get immediately back in.
Yeah.
Imagine if we ended the video there.
Well,
Bad news,
thanks for
Juro.
coming, guys. You mostly watched your technical difficulties.
Oh yeah, almost forgot.
I wish I had my reaction
Don't just
recorded
leave
to when
me
I
here.
found out, the twist with Shiba, because I literally vocally said out loud, "Oh my God, he's a squib."
Fucking hell.
I literally said that.
So who are all of the characters in Be More Chill then? Who's the flaming bi? Is Rich Nenji?
Maybe.
Oh my
It's
God.
been so long since
Is Nenji Miura? I mean, fucking is Michael Miura?
Shall we go home?
You know, because he's gay.
Sorry, I have plans.
that is a tempting idea, my friend.
Forgot that if you just try to pick up your bag and leave, he notices and follows you. So we got to get rid of Shiba. I think out here.
Yeah, because he's
We've
not
gotta
going to let
get to
you
the
talk
break
to any
area.
of the girls.
If we're too
when he's
slow, we'll
around.
lose him.
Oh yeah, that brings up something else I'd love to do. I'd love to notice
Juro.
this game.
You'll be home for dinner, right? I'll cook something for you.
Hey, watch what you're saying. We're still at school, and Shiba-kun's here.
Notice her facial expression changes when he mentions Shiba.
Shiba-kun. Hey, Shiba-kun. I know we couldn't find Amiguchi-kun earlier, but what if he went back to his classroom? Maybe you should go check one more time.
She just
Good
leaves.
point. You never know what that guy's up to. I'll take a look.
She doesn't know he's talking to anyone. Oh yeah,
What's
I was
wrong?
going to bring up. I really like
For
this.
tonight, I'm
how
thinking
it's-
hamburg steak.
Hamburgers.
Hamburgers.
Sorry,
Oh,
continue.
no. Oh, yeah. Darn it, I already forgot what I was saying. No, I remember now. With how Shiba's been characterized to teasing Juro when he talks to, other girls, that leads into him being kind of self-conscious about, like, I can't talk to Megumi when Shiba comes around, he's just gonna tease me. So, you avoid Shiba being there when he's talking to somebody else. Again, hiding it in plain sight within characterization. It's in perfect character for Shiba to tease Juro about talking to girls. And it's in perfect character for Juro to want to avoid being teased. And by sending Shiba away, you don't notice the obvious gap.
And we slowly start realizing that, oh, I should be sending him away for other reasons.
Yeah.
Your favorite.
Knock it off. If people find out we're living together, we'll be expelled from school.
Is that so? I don't mind.
My god, girl.
Well, I do mind.
Got it bad.
So please.
Sorry.
Poor boy.
It's like, she's like...
He does...
She's like a gay person that falls in love with a fictional character because we don't have any other options. And then that fictional character turns out to be an actual human person, but she never de-fictionalizes them from her brain.
That's literally what's going on, because she's not viewing Juro as Juro Kurabe. All she sees is, wanting to get back Juro Izumi, and she will not let that go. So she's possessive, she's pushy, and in doing so, it makes Juro Kurabe uncomfortable, and he's kind of saying no to her advances. Like, yeah, he's flustered, he's embarrassed by the obvious implication, but he's just not comfortable with how pushy she is about it. Like, to me,
It's our
that's
secret,
obvious
I know.
framing
I'll be a little more discreet.
that if she wants, keep this guy in her life and form a new relationship with him, she needs to let this possessiveness go. Like, it's so obvious that that's what the framing is. And,
It's our secret, I know. I'll be a little more discreet.
I think she's a lot better characterized outside of her route. Like, don't get me wrong, it's good in her route as well, but it's definitely a different perspective. You see a lot more of... I feel like in her route, you see a lot of her justifications inside her head. Meanwhile, in other people's routes, you see how weird she's acting.
yeah. What I was gonna say, like, I would say technically I think she acts the most toxic in her own route. But you also get a better perspective of why she's acting this way. And again, I do feel like it is very much framed as though, girl, this is no good for you. You need to stop it before you push him away for good. And yeah, in
Don't
other
stay out
routes,
too late. I'll be waiting for
know,
you.
he's noticeably like,
Don't-
come on.
Jeez. It feels awkward going home like this. I'm gonna be restless all night.
Restless, eh?
We're just teenagers. We can't be living together already.
Can I just say, this is
Poor
like
boy.
this is like the most chaste teenage boy of all time. I feel like I'm watching Heartstopper.
What is she thinking? Just showing up at my place and treating me like this?
It's little things like this. It's not like I don't believe he can't like her. It's very obvious that
That's strange.
he could,
The front door
and
was
he
unlocked.
can. The implications do get a reaction from him very clearly. It's just a lot for him at the same time.
I hope there wasn't a break-in. Huh? You're from my school, right? I think we're in the same...
Fucking god.
It's been 40 years.
Girl.
He
Literally.
does not know you. He does not know you.
You are literally here on the condition that you never acknowledge the existence of Juro Izumi around him. What is the very first thing she does around Juro? break her contract. Literally,
Yep.
the first thing.
Yep.
Girl.
Girl, this is a path of self-destruction, but darn it if it isn't entertaining to watch.
I've missed your touch.
This is such an entertaining dynamic that really should not have ended up together in the end game.
Yeah, it really shouldn't have. Again, I really think if I'll go into it mostly when we get there, but if it had ended with her learning that this is not good, and her basically trying to start a relationship with him from scratch, you know, falling in love with Juro Kurabe, not Izumi, I think they could have had something.
You know what? At some point in, like, post-canon, everyone starts watching anime and shit, and everyone watches Mirai Nikki, and everyone's looking at Yuno Gasai, the lead yandere character, and thinking, girl, what the fuck is this bullshit? And Megumi looks at them and thinks, but that's just me, though. I relate to her.
Oh no!
Megumi is a yandere, confirmed. Start running, Juro.
What? Hold on,
Yeah, he
back up.
pushes her away even, and he's flustered, like, please, girl, don't touch me. I don't know who you are.
You know what Juro does? Juro is a believer in extreme dating. The best place to pick up your next girlfriend is the local psych ward.
What are you doing in my house?
Very
I'll be renting
reasonable
a room
question.
starting today. My name is Megumi Yakushiji. Hello there.
You're joking, right?
I spoke with your landlord, Tamao Kurabe. She gave me this rental agreement.
My grandma?
She's basically
I've already
forcing
moved
you
in my
into
furniture.
this.
Jeez. I mean, yeah, there was an empty room. And she said she was
poor
planning to rent it out,
Juro.
but
So one thing I haven't thought to do at this point is go through the names of the characters and break down what their meanings are. Because obviously names mean things. Like in any language, you're named after something. It's just a matter
That's
of
true.
what you're named after. So let's start now. Let me just pull up the wiki in a minute, because the wiki has all of the etymology for this shit, which is handy.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, we can go through it with what characters come on screen.
So let's start now. We've got Juro and Megumi, and fuck it, let's include Tamao while we're here. Might as well, she was just mentioned. So, the name Juro means 10 and sun, or Ju and Ro. Meanwhile, his surname Kurabe means saddle, Kura, and part, department, or category, Bay. I don't know, I just think this is kind of interesting. I don't think most of them have any particular relevance to the character. Like, you've got ones like Q to Shiba, which are 48Q_CBA, but like, it's not the same with
Names
these.
last names or family names tend to have a bit more meaning than first names, depending on the character. Because a lot of the time, first names are just picked because, you know, they sound good or they sound fitting. Sometimes they will have meaning. Last names often are picked with a bit more meaning.
So, Megumi means blessing, which, sure, we are being blessed with a terrible character.
We're being blessed with a downward spiral. And to be fair, again, it's fascinating to watch.
Oh, definitely. And her surname, Yakushiji, is Yaku means medicine, Shi means teacher or master, and Ji means temple. Which,
Yeah, not getting a lot of meaning out of that one. There's one name in particular I'm curious about, mostly because I wonder if it's a coincidence or not, but we'll get to it later.
Kurabe for Tamao is the same. Tamao uses the kanji for ball or bulb, and cord, string, thread, or inception. Okay. This is a bit more anticlimactic than I was expecting, I'm gonna be honest.
It really depends on the story. I'm not saying names have no meaning in stories. It's just some stories thematically will pick first and last names that say a lot about the characters, and some will pick ones that match a bit more loosely.
Yeah, I don't know if these ones do, to be honest. It's not like Umineko, where the 4 children of Kinzo, who was obsessed with Western culture and the occult and was a soldier in World War II. It's not like Umineko, where that dude named all of his kids and grandkids English names in Japan. Like, I need to stress that as a soldier in World War II that was obsessed with the Western occult, he named his kids Kraus, Ava, Rudolph, and Rosa. Which is...
That has a lot of characterization in it.
And a lot of symbolism too, considering those are all German names that are relevant members of, I believe, Hitler's family? Kinzo.
Well, I can tell the backstories are gonna get really spicy then.
Yep.
Anyway, back to 13 Sentinels.
Sorry, yes.
I didn't expect it to be a girl from school.
Point is, I don't think all these, at least not most of, the majority of them have incredibly deep meaning behind them, but I wouldn't say none of them have any. Well, I guess,
What were you thinking, Grandma? There's no way. I can't do this. Grandma's going to be out this whole month. She's visiting relatives back in Shimane.
Yes, she's visiting relatives.
That's where she is.
She's definitely not been wiped from existence, no. She's definitely not just an AI personality being managed by Universal Control. No, definitely not.
She's definitely just not in a folder for the next month that the machine will put her back in this house after a certain time period.
That means it's just the 2 of us here. If the school finds out, we're going to be expelled.
Well, that wouldn't be so bad.
What?
Anyway, I need to get started on dinner. As thanks for letting me stay with you, I'll be taking care of your meals. I hope you like it.
She's such a housewife. This is the problem. She's the ideal Japanese housewife archetype, which means she needs to win, she needs to be successful, and she needs to be the primary waifu of the game. It's what they did with Makoto in Persona 5.
Wrong when you say that, but when you put it in that way, at least currently, not talking about how it ends, just currently, it's like, it almost frames as like a subversion to that. Yes, this is the ideal housewife. Yes, this is the ideal scenario. A girl just shows up to your house when you live all alone. She'll do anything you want. She doesn't care if you're expelled. She just wants to live with you. She'll cook all your meals. She'll be the perfect girl. And the reality is that it's uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable to have this perfect fantasy. It's just, it's not idealized. It is taking this idealized stereotype and showing a very reasonable reaction to it. That shows that is a lot of self-awareness for tropes and, you know, just general respect between, you know, 2 romantic partners and relationships. It's a very clear definition of what's healthy, what good boundaries should be, and what's very unhealthy. It's the game knows better. And this is so good. I love the framing of it. I love that it is uncomfortable and it's not afraid to show that it is.
Huh? Oh, Shiba-kun.
Hello. Earth to Juro.
Juro has to constantly deal with being this flustered all the time living with a girl.
She always stands a little too close to me. It's awkward. I get really self-conscious all the time. How am I supposed to interact with her?
Oh boy.
So, I couldn't find Amiguchi. He must have gone home already.
I see.
Let's just call it a day and head home.
Like on the one hand, yeah, your
Wanna
mind
stop by the
wanders.
video store?
On the other, it's just a lot.
Wanna stop by the video store? Let me get you a tape.
Sure.
That'll make you feel better. Don't worry about girls, just worry about this.
Hey,
Just worry about a different girl in a fucking skin-tight suit.
where are you going? That's the long
He
way.
has to deal with all these girls.
Let's use the
throwing
other
themselves
stairway.
At him, this poor guy. I just love that he is just a normal high school kid having to, having such a realistic reaction to all of this. That's what I love about it.
Oh my god.
I'm kind of hungry.
It's the stairs.
Let's get food on the way home.
This is where we made a deal with a criminal.
So, what do you plan to do?
Goto, I do not remember you being here.
I don't either.
Yakushiji.
I know there's
I've
little
gotten
things like
permission
this.
from Morimura.
I see.
What's
Oh,
going
okay.
on here?
Even if that's the case, it isn't looking good. There's an issue with Juro's condition. We can't let it continue as is.
You still plan on using him, don't you? You can't. I won't let you. Please, let him be free of the Sentinel.
That's not how it works.
Gee, yep.
As of
know
now,
that, though.
he's the only one who can fight. I can't promise anything.
One thing I'm really interested to do at some point, probably after this playthrough, is specifically go through the timeline and play through from start to finish the timeline of some of the characters' perspectives, specifically Goto, because so much of his time is not in his route.
And that's basically my favorite way to experience the character, because he's so ominous. Like, even this is kind of ominous. Like, what is he planning to do with Juro? What is he insisting that he needs to be a part of? What is Megumi talking about when she says,
Well, at
you're
this
going to
point,
use them against, aren't you?
well, at this point, we already know. Well, he needs to fight in the Sentinels. He's the only one who can
Because-
still fight. Like, we can pick up on context clues and from previous scenes we've seen. Yeah, this is about him fighting.
Yeah, I mean, I know that, but I just mean, like, well, what's Goto's plan in this? Again, he's built up so ominously in other routes that I
honestly think
love
honestly
trying to figure
think
out
you're
where he's
looking
going.
a little too deeply into this scene. I think it's just, well, he needs to fight. No one else can fight.
Well, I'm not looking into the scene too deeply from the sense of what could this mean and what I actually know about the game. I'm doing it as in, well, if I'm watching this for the first time, what is this frame? What
Yeah,
could this frame
even from
possibly mean?
even from a first-time perspective, that's all they're saying.
Yeah, fair enough. I guess it's easy for me to say that because of how many scenes I've seen with Goto throughout the game. With him just being ominous. I can speak, I swear.
I recognize the position you're in. You harbor feelings for him, correct?
Obviously.
But you must
I mean, have you
understand
seen
that he
her
is no
everything?
longer the Izumi you knew.
Izumi.
Again, the game is making that very clear. She needs to let Izumi go.
And look at how murderous she looks whenever people say that. Like, she's about to fucking smack him with her with her fucking briefcase.
He is Juro Kurabe. You would do well to consider him an entirely different person. The new
Yep.
personality is not stable. Don't disregard the danger this may put you in.
Juro will recover. I'll make sure of it.
Megumi.
Even if we erase the personality of Juro Kurabe,
What?
Ooh.
it would be a futile effort, as I've already explained. Izumi's memory is gone. There is nothing left. You're a difficult one.
It's little moments like that where
This
he
is
just
for your
really
own good.
casually
Sorry,
talks
we're
about
listening
it.
to
Just
the
let me be.
NPCs.
I cannot. You must return to Shikishima.
And what if I say no?
You're a difficult one.
Okay.
Izumi.
It's for your own good.
Haven't I heard that name before? I think Shinonome-senpai called me that. Oh,
You
and
must
I saw it
return
at
to
the nurse's
Shikishima.
office too. There was a
File.
document labeled Juro
And what if I
Izumi.
say no?
Kurabe,
Juro,
how long have you been listening?
Goto, don't trust him.
And look at Shiba's face right here. That's telling.
That's very telling.
He is doing some insane calculations in his head at the moment, trying to figure out what the fuck he's gonna do.
What was that about? Who is Izumi?
Answer the question.
I'll
I mean,
cook one of your
shouldn't,
favorite
but-
meals tonight.
I'll cook one of your favorite meals tonight. Fuck off.
So please,
You can't please
What?
every man with food and pussy. You need to answer shit.
come right home, okay? No eating out.
No, I'm gonna eat out. I'll eat out whatever I want.
Anyone but you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Amiguchi's place and eat him out. Or maybe Shiba
Treat me
right
much
here.
better.
That feel when your dude has a crush on his imaginary friend instead of you. Also, I love how we're just leaving Shiba up there.
I'm a different person? Juro Izumi? That's ridiculous. And yet, why do I have this sinking feeling? It's like the one Yakushiji has feelings for isn't me.
She
It's
doesn't.
Izumi.
Also, I love how the music cuts out in this moment. Like, it is completely silent.
Yeah, not even a sound effect.
The music, the students talking. To be continued. Okay, Juro Izumi is the name of that ending. 2 events. Which ones are they? We have...
Oh yeah, I was mentioning it earlier when Goto said it, but it's little things like this, like his callous disregard when he says stuff like, we could erase Juro, is like Juro Kurabe. But I mean, that wouldn't be beneficial. Just callously throwing away, you know, their semblance of, I guess you could say, human life, so to speak. You know, everything he is, he just casually talks about, we could erase him, but it wouldn't be beneficial. As though, if it was, he wouldn't think much of it either way. We'll get back to that.
So the Uninvited Housewife takes place shortly before the section where Iori falls in love with Sekigahara.
Falls in love in the biggest quotation marks I can give it.
Well, sorry, learns his name would be more accurate. She already had the crush on him earlier for nothing. Like, dude, I get it. He's hot. He's really hot. You didn't know his name until the second last event.
Yep.
Where's the other event? Juro Izumi immediately before Terrible Dream. Okay. So this is immediately before the flashback to the one loop ago, 426 killing everyone. Yep, okay. Cool.
Okay, makes sense.
Event number 200.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say it when you were talking earlier about going through the characters, like, chronologically, like, through their individual timeline list. Because I did that when I was getting lines for Kitara Miura from one loop ago, and it was fascinating.
That's
Like,
right.
I tried not to watch things too much of it, because, you know, we're playing this, but it was still fascinating.
That's right, because you went and, you went to a con where you got to meet Zach Aguilar, you lucky bitch, and you took your robot for BJ.
Yep, he loved it. He took a picture, snapped a picture of it and everything. And I decided to upgrade him so that he talks now. He doesn't have the battery pack in right now. I can't put it up to the microphone.
Imagine if any voice actors that voiced in any of these games actually came to Australia for cons. I might go to them if they did.
Well, all the more reason to fly over if plane tickets ever get cheaper, which they might not.
Yeah, so
Anyway.
That's going to cut it for this episode. Any final thoughts?
I'm just excited to get to the next one, and I'm glad that they didn't log Juro out already.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting them to. I guess they don't until the next one.
Yeah, I don't think it goes any further.
Because I remember we can't do all of the get rid of Shiva ones, so I think we have to do one more. But anyway, yeah, that's gonna cut it for this episode. We'll be back in the next one. This is Hamburger Chariot and Mirth Mauser signing out. Thank you for watching.
We'll see you next episode.